One of the funniest, most hilarious questions that I get is, DXB, the bull market is over. We're not going to do anything from here. It's a bear market, dude. Get used to it. And that's it. And I find this kind of thinking quite funny for multiple reasons. It was over back in April. It was over last September. It was over last April. It's always doom and gloom, right? That is because there are two factors that contribute to this. One, a lot of first-time rodeos they don't know what's happened previously for us to even talk about this. And also the second is you either have less money to buy or you're kind of feeling wrecked because your current portfolio is under. Therefore, you can't enjoy a dip. And it's very, very rare to see people enjoying dips. Very rare, especially when you're super allocated. So historically, what has happened for crypto during pivots? Key macroeconomic pivots are always considered to be major liquidity and top indicator for our cycle. So COVID cuts, kapow, we had this incredible, absolutely hell of a run, right? Historical times, once in a century event, low zero interest rates. This is, stay at home, take a paycheck, go put it into Dogecoin or Shiba Inu, right? Then back in September 2022, the Fed started aggressively tightening liquidity globally. Like literally, they started to increase. September 21st, 2022 was like 75 basis points. November the 2nd, 2022 was another 75 basis points. And December was the lowest point for Bitcoin. Of course, the bottom came in between November and December 2022, and that was another 50 basis points. So whereas over here, they cut by 150 basis points, 51st at the start of April, 2 days later because of COVID, another 100 basis points. So this is historic low. But quantitative tightening allowed us to be bottoming at 15,000 and some change, right? You saw that came about as a result of the bottoming, those, the bear market, post-bear market, and of course, post-quantitative tightening. So this entire action here is no coincidence, right? The whole thing is together. Then fast forward, what happens is, so 50 basis points lead always to a slight dump. 25 basis points, so smaller, more regular cuts, allow us to enjoy a better, more explosive gains. And we've got examples here. So September 18, 2024, we had the cut, kapow. We've got another cut here in December 2024. We saw prices continuing to rally after this dip here. Okay, so evidence suggests, again, 18th of September 2024, 25 basis points cut. So we've had those 25 plus 25, September 18th was a key date that allowed us to go absolutely crazy, right? Then, of course, we've had this dip and now we've got this dip. So what happens next here is going to be quite crucial, guys. But we're going to look at things in a different way, right? We're going to try and look at different charts, right? So where we sit is the total 3, okay, minus USDT divided by BTC, okay? So let's look at this chart. And this is a chart that I've been talking about with the group. I've been sharing this chart, and this chart is maybe an indication of what's to come. So what we're going to do, guys, we are going to clear all the drawings here. Historically, and again, this time could be different, but what we need to do is we need to take a historic line here and see every time it came back to this line, we had an alt season versus BTC. Of course, right now we're just taking off, and this is a weekly chart, guys. So just remember, even if you switch this to like say 2 days or whatever, the data is the same. Okay, so we are in an area of resistance, but what you're going to see here is a chart that we haven't seen since a return to this level since 2021. And I could be wrong, right? I could be completely wrong. And of course, you know, I want to be wrong. And, you know, this is not something that I want to take pride in if it happens, right? I'm just informing you what the big guys are looking at, of course, and the little guys don't really tend to look at these things. So let's go back to the weekly so we can cut the noise. So what we're seeing right here, guys, is the ratio of Bitcoin, the total market cap against Bitcoin. And historically, what we've always done is we've always come back and touched this level. We touched it here, right? So 2017, you can see here, 2019, and of course, we touched here in 2021. But if you notice, we have not touched this level here. So could we see a 0.24 ratio being touched? Historically, the chart does absolutely say that, right? So Alt versus BTC, we have not fully kind of tapped this level. Now, we don't have to, and we could be off to the races, but I'm seeing 1, 2, and 3 levels of resistance here, right? So in order for us to do something insane, and I think what's happening is actually aligning with this theory. This is what I think is going to happen. We are here. We come up a little bit, or yeah, we come up a little bit, and then we go tap this level, and then we go bam. You know, then we go bam, bam, and off to the races. Off to the races, new all-time high for alts versus BTC. It is very likely that we're going to have to maybe touch that level again. And just to be more clear, I mean, what I meant was, sorry, I lost my bearings for a minute. So let's just draw this again. Let's put this line here. So we said this is the key. We have a big bull market confirmation there, big bottoming in 2021. So 2017, 2021 is very, very clear. And then we have 2025. So if I take this back, right? If I take this back, let's just go and clear this up once and for all. And the reason I'm telling you this information is because it is absolutely vital to your mental health. You know, we do something like this. We do something like this. Kapow. And I think that is the picture, guys. That would give us a confirmation of an alt season like you've never seen before. Anything else is just emotions. But what do we do right now? Man, the prices are cheap. I honestly can't believe the level of cheap, world-class projects that are out there. Let me show you some, okay? Kaspa. Kaspa is cheap right now. Kaspa is very cheap and has all of the fundamentals going for it. So Kaspa is a scoop, especially if we come down below 8 cents. This is a good buying opportunity here for Kaspa. And I think you would get a good discount on Kaspa. But it's been very, very strong. 8.5 cents. I would go buy it right there. Okay, let's give you more charts here, guys. This one is a meme coin. It's a big market cap, right? Billion plus. So, you know, you'd have to be absolutely, you know, convinced about the performance. But I do believe one of these out of pump fund, bonk, these will go absolutely ballistic. And what we're seeing here right now, this was the historical level for the initial pump here, right? Could we tap this again? There is plenty of support on this level, but I would definitely watch this if we get a bigger market crash, because their buybacks and burns are ridiculously generous. They put in money behind this token, guys. So pump token, definitely watch it below this 30% of a penny, 25% of a penny, 0.002524. This is where it was really a while, you know, a couple of days ago. So I would definitely be just keeping an eye on this. Pengu has run crazy already. The market cap is big again. The reason I'm giving you these two big meme coins is they are likely to catch crazy type of Pepe run, right? Especially the pump token and Pengu. They're just different. I just feel like they feel different this cycle. But they are not a priority. So don't waste your time on it. This one is a priority. Now, the beautiful thing is, if you look at this line that I drew, it has been, this is a horizontal resistance, okay? And it has come back, retested, broke through it, went back up, retested, and now it's actually finding a bit of support on this. But I do expect a major one last time. If it breaks this downtrend, your Bitenso Tau generational buy will sit around this $240 level. Do not ignore that, guys. Take notes, because these it's vital right now. I feel so confident that you guys are going to make so much ridiculous amount of money. It's not even a joke anymore. It's about survival. It's about mentality. Yes, all of that. But you are gonna make generational money. I guarantee you that. If you haven't played about with the big boys, again, I'm showing you quality projects here. Neo Protocol is an interesting one, because Neo Protocol has been the most probably disappointing large cap along with Aptos. What that normally tells me is when the additional pressure of these types of bottoms is consistent, the charts no longer have a place to go. It is a massive area of interest. These are the bottoms going back to many years. And you can see we maybe ended up coming back into this. If you think, or if you believe in a layer one AI project like a Tau, this is a $3 billion market cap. And you notice I keep giving you the big caps because they will move aggressively. That doesn't mean I'm stacking low cap. I'm not stacking low caps. Yes, I am. But the way the portfolio sits, and I give you the big boys first, okay? So this is a near enough. I mean, you can see what the chart is saying, guys. It's very clear. Near protocol bottoms around these areas. Below $2, it is a full clip, and it might happen for you. Okay, Chainlink is already gone, in my opinion. Chainlink generational buy, if you look, was in 2023. I mean, this is a massive. This was the generational buy of generations, right? Like it sat there in the bear market, fluctuated in these $7. But Chainlink is destined to go to about $100. It is one of the most strongest cryptocurrencies, and the previous all-time high was 55. So I think I can see, regardless of market cap, I can see this maybe doing a 5x, 10x, potentially going into price discovery, right? This is a very much a massively strong cryptocurrency, guys. It is absolutely huge. So I would not, I would not put my nose up at something like this. You can see here, $100, $80. It can definitely do that. All right, so that's Chainlink for you guys. Now let's have a look at Say. Say is historically one of these and this is on the daily, by the way. Sorry, the amount of charts I've got here is just insane. So what you're seeing here, institutional order blocks, and of course, Say has a very good support, just under 30 cents. Again, hold 0.28 as I put there. Say is low enough. Say is very much at the bottom of where it needs to be. Now, the funny thing is, if you look at this, back to here, Say's potential, I mean, again, Say can absolutely rip. You can see there are good Fibonacci areas where you can actually sell the project in a comfortable manner. Of course, then it goes into overheated territory. I think up to the 2618 is possible. which is extending as far as what, $2.90, $3. I think this is a very good cryptocurrency from, this is a good 10x. I mean, you can clearly see the math aligns with the 2618. I do believe it goes there. There will be those that hold for the higher fib levels, but I am not one of those. I don't encourage you to do that too. These are areas, I call them Area 51s. No man's land. The air is thin up there. And of course, this is where majority of my shopping is going to take place, guys. This is where you can actually comfortably DCA out. Of course, a lot of it depends on ETH, and I've talked about that as well. But this is a very, very good cryptocurrency and will do a minimum of 10x. Now, let's go to Sui. Sui has had the run of its life, right? Sui was one of the best movers that I can think of. And for me, if you actually look at Sui, even if you pull back as far as here, the extensions on Sui up to $22, again, it's a real point of contention. In my opinion, I would be very comfortable. So when we do $7, the DXB community from 72 cents entry at $7.20, $72, yeah. Sorry, $7.20 from 72 cents entry. This is our 10x. So we do 10x over there. The next potential for me up to where we can expect to have comfortable exit strategy. Again, 2618, anywhere along here, 10, 12, $13. That's all going to do very, very well, guys. These price predictions are very generous, very, very easy to understand. Now, the one that I would be buying, to be honest, is Epic USDT. And of course, the Binance chart, we talked about it. I have put a buy alert, and look at this. I mean, like I said previously, it was always going to come down to the levels that we talked about, but we need to come and test this trend line. So Epic USDT, I do expect Epic to come back into this golden pocket. And if it breaks support, I would be putting the life insurance on this. I think it would be a good clip at around $1.50. Of course, it has support, and you need to look at this previous resistance as a potential bounce of area. So even at $2, you're still doing very well, guys. Okay. So these are the price predictions or potentials of some of these, but the bull market's not over, guys. Don't be stupid, man. Just accumulate whatever you can. Time to sell your furniture, sell your car, sell the kids, whatever you can, and just forget about it. Because I have told you for the last 8 weeks that the last 2 weeks of August, the first 2 weeks of September was going to be absolutely crap for the market. So you saw it coming. Let me know what you think, guys. And of course, I will include any cryptos you want me to look at in the chat, and I'll get on to the next one. Take care, guys. Speak to you. Have a lovely Sunday.